Hey, you're listening to Marketing Out Loud, a daily podcast where I share advice, stories, and insights to help you build a thriving consulting or professional services practice. To subscribe to the show, head over to marketingoutloud.fm. Here's a question I get a lot from clients. Hey, this prospect, they're just hemming and hawing. They can't make a decision. They're kicking the can forward. They're so indecisive. They're so unsure of themselves. They're so this, they're so that. They just can't make a decision. They can't, they couldn't see a good decision if it bit them in the rear end. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do you see any of that behavior in yourself? What? The things that you're saying about your prospect. They're indecisive. They can't make a decision. They're hemming and hawing. Can't pull the trigger. They're too afraid. Do you see any of that in yourself? Are you exhibiting any of those characteristics in your own business, in your own life? Well, what does that have to do with it? Well, just answer the question. Are you? Well, perhaps. Don't we all? Sure, I probably could make better decisions in this area. I probably could have pulled the trigger faster on this. Probably, kicking the can forward on this idea or that decision or that initiative. Well, problem solved. It's not the client. It's not the prospect. It's you. How's that possible? How are the issues that you're having, how is the way that you're behaving, how is your inability to make good decisions, how is that showing up in a sales call? Well, a couple of ways. First of all, and don't ask me how this happens, why this happens, but ask anybody who has any amount of experience selling anything. And what they will tell you is that sales is like a mirror. Whatever you're showing up to that call with, whatever your issues are, the prospect is going to mirror those back to you. You're simply going to project those issues onto the prospect. And I can't explain why. I don't have the data to back this up. I don't have some scientific, rational argument to present to you, but I will tell you that when I show up to a sales conversation, and I have been having certain issues in my own life, in my own business, about pulling the trigger and making decisions and taking action. That shows up. When I take my sweet time thinking things over that I know I need to do, but I'm too afraid to do them, guess what I hear from prospects? The same damn thing. It's not a coincidence. Now, the second reason why this might happen might explain the first reason why it happens. And it's that when you talk to a prospect and you are embodying, exemplifying, demonstrating how to make good decisions, and you do that day in and day out, and you get better and better and better at making decisions. And when you are presented with opportunities to take action that you know are good for you, and you need to do them, there are good business decisions, life decisions to make, and you capitalize on those swiftly, without delay, and without hesitation, and in full confidence that you've made the right decision. Well, guess what? That's going to show up on your call. That's going to show up in the sales conversation, and not necessarily in the words that you say, although it'll show up there too, but more so in your state, in your demeanor, in your way of being, in your presence. It's going to be felt. And I will tell you, when I started investing in myself and my business, and I hired coaches, and I hired mentors, and I hired experts to help me, the way that I led the conversation in a sales call completely changed. Because before then, I was telling my prospects to work with me because I'm the expert. And I was making the case as to why they should do so. But I myself was not taking that advice, and I myself was not working with experts and coaches and mentors and consultants that I needed help from. And so at a certain level, I was pulling my punches. I was saying these things. The words were coming out of my mouth, but I didn't really mean them because I wasn't acting on them myself. And that hypocrisy was evident at some level. Maybe it was metaphysical, I don't know. But at some level, that hypocrisy was evident and the prospect could feel it. But now when I get in front of a prospect and I say, look, I understand that you're scared. I understand this is a big decision. And I've been there before. And I've stared down decisions like this that deep down I knew were the right move, but because of the amount of money involved and the amount of commitment involved and all those things, I was scared to do them. I've been there before, and here's how I dealt with it. Here's how I made the right decision. Here's what I did. All of a sudden, the dynamic changes. All right, because I'm coaching the buyer to make good decisions, not from a place of do as I say, but from a place of do as I've done. I'm telling you I've been there before, and I'm telling you how to make this decision right for you. And the authenticity that comes through in that conversation when you are actually acting like that person, when you are being the person that you're trying to persuade your client to be, it shines through. Be the client that you want to have. Simple as that. You want your prospects to make swift decisions, good decisions, smart decisions, and to not delay. You've got to be the kind of person that makes good, smart decisions quickly and does not delay on initiatives and projects that you know you need to do and you know are good for you. That's my best advice. Hey, thanks for listening. Do me a favor. If you like what you hear, go on iTunes and leave us a rating and a review because it helps more people discover the show. Thanks so much.